together now, and the last to move in will be Hindu Dancer. Now the track rating is slow, 4.94 the penetrometer reading, and the rail is out 15 metres today, and they're all set to go for race number 1. Umatrice on the inside with an attendant. Off they go now. Hosiery won the jump from barrier number 2 and went straight to the lead. Away quickly Primrose Penny, Nullabelle and As Zilphi are prominent in the early stages. Thunderbird going up on the outside. Nicola Lass is improving too as they settled into stride. Eternal Dawn had dropped out to be last of all. They've covered 250. Nullabelle goes to the lead now under Danny Brereton and took it up about a length and a half clear. From moving up into second, Thunderbird the outside, and Hosiery dropped in for a trail third. Nicola Lass fourth the outside. Caught a little wide there with As Zilphi just inside it. They're followed then by Thursday's Child going around the outside when the pace slackens. As Zilphi getting back passed by Primrose Penny. They're being trailed by Umatrice as a good way back on the inside of Eternal Dawn and Hindu Dancer. 900 left to go, and out in front here is Nullabelle. Nullabelle about a head clear. Nicola Lass had gone up quickly on the outside to be second now, and Thursday's Child is third, travelling out wide at the 800. Next, Hosiery has had a beautiful run over on the inside of Thunderbird, and Primrose Penny is 3 deep. 2 lengths behind those As Zilphi, followed by Eternal Dawn. Then Umatrice back on the inside when they corner end Hindu Lass. 550 metres to go, coming around the home turn in the first now, and Nicola Lass in the centre's gone to the lead. From Nullabelle on the rails, Thursday's Child in the aqua colours coming into it on the outside. Primrose Penny deeper out. Hosiery just behind them, called on for the run now when they come past the 400 metres, and it's Nicola Lass with coming again. Nullabelle on the inside. They're clear of Thursday's Child beaten, and Primrose Penny coming with a run with As Zilphi wider out. Hosiery getting through. It's now Primrose Penny with 150 to go, getting up to take the lead. Primrose Penny now from Hosiery coming through, and As Zilphi, Primrose Penny just the leader. Hosiery is picking it back. Primrose Penny holds the lead though. Primrose Penny half a length to Hosiery and 2 lengths to As Zilphi. Nicola Lass weakening in the last bit under the big weight, followed by Thursday's Child, Nullabelle, then Thunderbird. Back behind her to finish in the race was Eternal Dawn, and they were trailed then by Hindu Dancer, who was second last, and dropping out a bad last was Umatrice. The saddle moved on Umatrice, I think a good way from home, accounting for her poor performance, but victory for number 2, Primrose Penny, ridden by Peter Hutchinson, who's really enjoying a resurgence in his career. Number 2, Primrose Penny, P. Hutchinson the winner. Second, number 4, Hosiery, ridden by Gary Skinner, looked to have every chance, with third, number 8.
Good on you, Rod. Under starters orders, race 2, it's a mares event, 1550, and the starter Billy Dale's onto his stand, ready to run.
In the second here at Canterbury Park, and immediately Tableland dropping out to the tail of the field, and Tangy Dish is the early leader from Zoo City, and the third on the inside, Warning Express. Then Little Patty on the outside of Blue Valley. Wider on the track, trying to pick up some ground now as they settle down Tableland from Serenata, and 2 lengths. Last of all is Apple Tree Queen. Racing past the 1200, and Tangy Dish is the leader and keen to run. She's about a half to 3/4 Zoo City. Tableland works up into third posse around Warning Express. A length further back is Serenata wide, just shading her and pulling rather ferociously Little Patty. Blue Valley on the inside at a length to Apple Tree Queen. 8 between first and last as they race down past the 850, and Tangy Dish allowed a little bit more rain by Chris Muntz, leads about a half to Zoo City. Warning Express on the inside of the Warren trained mare Tableland, and then Serenata still covering ground. Little Patty in the middle on the fences, Blue Valley, and still absolute as Apple Tree Queen. No change as they race to the 600 pole, and Tangy Dish in charge, a half length still on Zoo City. On the outside, Tableland keeping Warning Express snookered, and then Serenata, who's been off the track from the word go from Little Patty, Blue Valley, and still last is Apple Tree Queen. 400 out as they commence the swing for home, and Tangy Dish almost joined by Zoo City. Warning Express gets out now as Tableland dropped off, and Lenny Beasley asking Warning Express to sprint as they straighten up where Tangy Dish is headed by Zoo City. Warning Express about to claim the pair of them, and 2 lengths to Little Patty. Serenata's not doing enough. Zoo City and Warning Express beat off the early leader Tangy Dish, but Warning Express put the nose in front. Zoo City fights back, but Warning Express a little too good, and Warning Express about ahead to Zoo City. Third, Tangy Dish, and then came Blue Valley, Little Patty, and the last 3, Apple Tree Queen, Serenata, and Tableland. Well, she had a beautiful run in transit, and didn't have a lot to...
Here's La-di-da coming up. It's Richard Cranium and Bob's little sister. She's locked away, won a hurdle trial earlier this month. Amaglow to come forward and Dracas, and we'll have them ready. They jump 11 hurdles on their trip. 2,894 metres the journey. 3 hurdles down the straight the first time, the last of which is removed for the second circuit, of course. Here's Dracas coming up. Nearly ready to go now. Amaglow to take the outside barrier next to Kingston Campbell, and they'll be ready for action. Don Bradeen hurdled. Don Bradeen won the Grand National in 1978. All set. Kid Galahad, the inside runner. Off they go. Kid Galahad, Mr. Medusa began okay. Jack Will Do began a little awkwardly out in gate number 4. La-di-da dropped in behind them. Wooden Duck isn't far off the pace when they reached the first. Could tighten up a little for room and drifted back a bit. Going forward, Kingston Campbell with Sterling Emblem and Amaglow in the early part. They lead Jack Will Do into the second hurdle. Kid Galahad over on the inside, restraining now, and then Benbara Knight, Mr. Medusa, followed by Planet Hollywood, Dracas, Wild Trista. Towards the end, La-di-da and Wooden Duck had dropped out to be last as they come to the next hurdle, and Jack Will Do put in a couple of shorties at it. Sterling Emblem on the outside, a narrow leader. The grey booting back on the inside. Jack Will Do to lead out of the straight. Settling in third placing back behind them is Kingston Campbell, and then Kid Galahad on the inside of Amaglow. Mr. Medusa is a length away on the rails from Planet Hollywood. Benbara Knight 1.5 to Dracas. Then La-di-da over on the inside of Wild Trista, and Wooden Duck is 2 lengths away. So Jack Will Do heads out to the riverside near the 2,000 metres now, and he's opened up about 4 lengths on Sterling Emblem. 3 lengths away is Kid Galahad on the outside of Kingston Campbell. Next, Amaglow over on the outside of Mr. Medusa. 1 to Benbara Knight, 1 to Planet Hollywood. A length away, Dracas on the inside of Wild Trista. 2 to La-di-da, and a length and a half last of all, Wooden Duck. 1,800 metres to go. Jack Will Do coming up towards the next jump in the race. Heading out to it 2 lengths in front of Sterling Emblem. Benbara Knight getting through on the inside. Kid Galahad on the outer, improving now. Then Dracas and Kingston Campbell, the field very well bunched. Half a length away then came Amaglow. Wild Trista coming out wide. La-di-da over on the inside from Mr. Medusa, Planet Hollywood, and last of all about 3 or 4 lengths away is Wooden Duck. Heading to the 1,400 metres now, and the leader Jack Will Do about a half in front. Kid Galahad the outside, a length away to Benbara Knight, who's had a good run over on the inside rail when they leap this one. Wild Trista on the outside, and Dracas pushing up on the inside of Benbara Knight now as they go to the hurdle near the 1,200 metres. They're followed by Mr. Medusa, then Sterling Emblem, who's lost his place on the outside and he's hard ridden at the moment. La-di-da getting through on the rails, and then Planet Hollywood about 2 lengths away to Kingston Campbell, Amaglow, and 4 or 5 lengths to Wooden Duck. Can't get out of his own way. With 900 left to go, here's the next hurdle coming up. Jack Will Do being pressured on the outside by Benbara Knight. Mr. Medusa moved up into third, then Kid Galahad under pressure at the moment. Sterling Emblem staking another claim round the outside. Dracas on the fence when they came near to the home corner. They're followed by Wild Trista. Kingston Campbell coming around the outside. Planet Hollywood under a lot of pressure from La-di-da, and about 10 lengths away to Wooden Duck, with Amaglow dropping out a bad last. There's 2 to jump now, and Benbara Knight had gone for home before the turn, and the old 10-year-old flattens in with now Mr. Medusa challenging him strongly on the outside. Soon as they balance now, Mr. Medusa takes the lead from Benbara Knight. 2 lengths in front of Dracas, and Wild Trista running on over the... Oh, now Kingston Campbell fell there. La-di-da and Sterling Emblem interfered with. Wild Trista's coming with a run. Benbara Knight's fought back, and Mr. Medusa at the last. Mr. Medusa and Benbara Knight. Planet Hollywood getting up on the inside. Another one down, Sterling Emblem. Wild right across the track. Wild Trista and Planet Hollywood now. Wild Trista the outside. Planet Hollywood on the inside. Planet Hollywood and Wild Trista. Great go to the line. Planet Hollywood, Wild Trista. Planet Hollywood just beat Wild Trista in a terrific finish. 2 lengths, Mr. Medusa third. Benbara Knight fourth. Then Dracas. They're followed behind them by Kid Galahad and La-di-da. Next to finish in the race was Jack Will Do. Wooden Duck never came into the race, and a bad last in it was Amaglow. Sterling Emblem's to his feet, he's all right. Sterling Emblem's rider getting back aboard there, Michael Patton. There's the photo. Planet Hollywood on the inside and Wild Trista on the outside.
One Secret Scoop, A. Gibbons from 16 Pistol Star and 12 Daunting Prospect. Shrouded, one of the first starters in here, and has drawn the inside by Quest for Fame, one of the Ingham-owned horses. Lord Lowndes, one of the big string, trained by Paul Cave for Mr. J. Thompson. A New Zealand businessman from Queenstown. And now the starter climbs his ladder. Already now the Canterbury Bankstown Naval Association handicap, 1200. They're off this time. Shrouded missed the start noticeably. State Control didn't hop out very well. Fashion News did. And so likewise did Duke of Braggart. And on the inside, going very quickly, Brilliant Dane. And settling Brilliant Dane from Duke of Braggart and Fashion News. A length Lord Carrioy Happiness, and then State Control picking up some ground. Followed by Lovey Amazon O'Canny. 2 or 3 lengths to Hancock, being passed there by Lord Lowndes. Shrouded second last. Frost whips them in as they head past the 700, and the leader, one of the newcomers, Brilliant Dane. 3/4 to a half on Duke of Braggart, the very heavily tried horse. Happiness on the inside of Fashion News. A length and a half further back in the field is State Control, being hard ridden from Lovey Amazon O'Canny. Lord Carrioy Hancock, and a good margin off next. Lord Lowndes dropping right out of it. It's last, third and second last respectively, Frost and Shrouded, travelling to the corner. And here on the inside it's Brilliant Dane, taken on by Duke of Braggart, who's doing better. They've straighted their nearest rival, which is State Control, and then comes Lovey Amazon, but 200 to go. Oh, Duke of Braggart crossed Brilliant Dane very, very sharply, checked him noticeably, and Brilliant Dane again having a shot at Duke of Braggart. Oh, Brilliant Dane starting to run off the track. Duke of Braggart in front from Brilliant Dane, and it's Duke of Braggart winning from Brilliant Dane, but I think we'll hear more there. Third posse going to Lovey Amazon, followed by State Control O'Canny and then Hancock. Good margin Frost and Lord Carrioy, followed by Fashion News Shrouded, and Lord Lowndes was second last with Happiness at the tail of the field. Yes.
Field isn't too far away from a dispatch. Raffination is set with Uccello out in 9 and 10. Little Mo's coming up into the line. Petite Falou locked away there in those golden brown colours. Goldberg is ready, and Little Mo will complete the line-up in gate 12. So Little Mo went in, and the field is set to break. 1,000 metres the journey. All set. Raffination 9, Uccello in 10. Goldberg stood well. Little Mo's ready now. There's an attendant scrambling out of the way, and the track is cleared and they're ready. Set to break. Off they go. Raffination and Uccello both began okay over near the flat side. They're angling to come out on this grandstand where Centennial had bounded away. Wolfhound was away quickly. Royal Agenda and Petite Falou drop in behind the pace. And Raffination has sped across the field now and is joining the leading horses on the grandstand side. Little Mo's going to come solo down the flat rail. Heading to the 600 metres now, and Raffination had crossed in front of Centennial. Wolfhound and Flying Arc aren't far away from the pace. Close to the middle of the track is Romelpa and company with Uccello, and Goldberg in the pink sleeves is coming down the middle of the course. Monterey Lass in behind them. Petite Falou back on the rail is followed by Royal Agenda, and Seacase is one of the last down there with about 300 metres to go. Raffination ridden along against the outside rail. Uccello has run a big race, has come down the middle of the course and is chasing hard, and at the 200 metres has raced up to join and head Raffination with Romelpa closing, but Uccello is nicely clear, starts to draw away from Romelpa and Uccello. That's a big performance to win from Romelpa, and Raffination third. Petite Falou ran on well. Back behind those was Monterey Lass and Little Mo over on the other side of the course, trailed in by Centennial and Goldberg. Royal Agenda didn't come on with a job. Back behind them to finish in the race was Wolfhound and Flying Arc, who showed up before weakening, and Seacase was always well back. Victory for Uccello, number 7, ridden by Kieran McAvoy. That's a big performance from Uccello to take out the prize. Didn't have a rail to guide it, but it's still been too strong, this filly.
At the bay, third and fourth is Deadlock, followed by Corey Bettman, then Miss Ninja. About 2 lengths to Wayward Royal Gratification. The rating skipping through along the inside, and Marlin is now the tail ender. 10 lengths between first and last, down by the 900, and a Hiss. Rolling along about 2.5 lengths on Miss Sparkles, a length and 3/4 Corey Bet, 3/4 at the bay, the outer, and 1 then in a rating. Inside of Miss Ninja and just ahead of Miss Ninja, Deadlock, 3 deep from Gratification, Wayward Royal. and Marlin whips them in, racing to the 600. No change. Hess in front by 2 lengths. Miss Sparkles, a similar margin. We're just under 2 now. Corey Bet from At the Bay and Wider Deadlock, and then comes Narrating Gratification. Marlin, Miss Ninja second last, and Wayward Royal brings up the rear as they come onto the corner. 3:50 to run, and Hess, the leader from the word go, straightens about a length and a half on Miss Sparkles. Corey Bet in the 3rd spot, and 2 lengths further back is At the Bay, who lost ground as they straightened up, where Miss Sparkles quickly swept away from Hess. Corey Bet's run to second. At the Bay's not going on with it, but Miss Sparkles is, and at the 100 it's all the Bathurst filly at the moment. Miss Sparkles a length and a half on Corey Bet. Miss Sparkles is starting to walk to the line. Will she cling on? She will. It's Miss Sparkles a long neck to Corey Bet, and 3rd Gratification. Marlin made up ground. His weekend, and then came Deadlock, followed by Miss Ninja. At the Bay knocked up badly. I don't know whether it handled the heavy, and the last couple Narrating and Wayward Royal.
There's a change of rider in race 7. Number 2, Chasing the Light, will now be ridden by Vlad Durick, replacing Michael Clark. From a start now. Just Strings attached to join them. 4th event of the day. Nathan Stanley on board here. Strings attached. Coming in. Locked away, field is ready. First leg of the quaddie about to break here at Flemington, race number 4. Set to go. Caillou's Gold on the inside. Off they go now. Caillou's Gold a little slow. Stargrazer and Strings attached get back early. Old Will be bounded out of the stalls fast, but is headed off by Putter and Scenic Flight, with My Serenic going up on the outside as they settle into stride. Then Stargrazer moving up to be about 5th or so, followed by Neptune Raider, New Spec, Caillou's Gold the rail. Sheer Kingston getting back with 3 behind it, including Jazeera. Strings attached and Bush Lawyer last on the inside. They've gone past 1,000, and Putter led a little over a length. My Serenic. Old Will be on the rails 3rd. Stargrazer 4th, and Scenic Flight 5th on the inside. 2 or 3 lengths Neptune Raider, New Spec the outside, and then Caillou's Gold, followed by Sheer Kingston. Going up wide, Strings attached when they came to the turn, and then Jazeera with Bush Lawyer last of all. 600 left to go, and Putter's been in front from the outset. It's going to swing the corner, a narrow leader over My Serenic up to 2nd on the outside. Stargrazer coming into it deeper still. Old Will be sweats on a run behind the leader. They're followed by New Spec when they corner. Caillou's Gold getting up on the fence. Scenic Flight is into the clear almost when they came towards the 400. Stargrazer and My Serenic, the 2 leaders over Putter, and Scenic Flight seeing daylight is starting to sprint after the leader. Stargrazer down near the 200, set up 2 lengths now on Scenic Flight, who's still grinding home well, followed by a New Spec, My Serenic battling, and Jazeera the outside. It's Stargrazer 100 to go in front. Scenic Flight under the whippers trying to reach Stargrazer, but Stargrazer's finding enough, and Stargrazer by a length to Scenic Flight, 2 Jazeera 3rd in front of My Serenic. Sheer Kingston ran on fairly well, and then New Spec. Old Will be Caillou's Gold, followed by Bush Lawyer. Long break to Neptune Raider, followed in by Strings attached, and Putter, who led them up, dropped out to last. Stargrazer, ridden by Eddie Wilkinson, has continued this terrific run that Ray Lawson's experiencing right at the moment in taking out the 4th event of the day.
Starry and tailed off is Brazington. Down to the corner, 400 metres to go. Next assignment leads about a length, maybe 3 parts of a length now as they round the bend. From Plenty of Fun in 3rd position, Old Man Sam, and here's the favourite Astro Boy circling the field and coming into it very swiftly as they straighten up now. And Astro Boy hits the front from Plenty of Fun, followed by Alaskan Lad from a long way back into 3rd posse. But Astro Boy is galloping beautifully and put away the glasses. It's Astro Boy, 3 Plenty of Fun and Alaskan Lad, and that's the way they finished the 12.50. Astro Boy nearly 3. 2nd, Plenty of Fun, and 3rd, Alaskan Lad. Followed home then on the inside, Dancer's Pride over Gracelands, and then came Music Video. Rough Night, Old Man Sam Batari passed the crown. Next assignment knocked up and beat 1 in Brazington.
Not far away from a start now for the Chanticleer Handicap Race 5 of the day. Bisca Go Go is coming into the line. Now Gold Action moving along. Karen McAvoy with the 3 kilos claim, looking for a double. Olakai will be the last to complete the lineup. Now Olakai moves in. All set. Shot a clear handicap race. 5 of the day about to break. All in. Ravine down on the inside. Off they go now. And King Tor a little slow to move, otherwise a good dispatch. Cyatus Amber and Tyrrell Pete, Bye Buster, all jump well, dicing for the lead early. Olakai is up there as well when they settle fully now, going past the 1200. Cyatus Amber holding out, Bye Buster. Tyrrell Pete eased back 2 lengths away, and Olakai fought the outside. 2 Ravine followed by Lord Phoenix. A couple of lengths further back is Belzic, tracking 3 deep around Lambada Boy and Sonic Sky. 1.5 back in the field, Gold Action on the inside of Bisca Gago, and 3 to King Tor. Down the side, Bye Buster's gone to the lead, a half length up on Olakai. 2 Cyatus Amber dropping in for a nice trail. 3rd over on the inside when they went past the 800 metres. Then Tyrrell Pete the outside, about a length and a half away. Ravine on the inside of Lord Phoenix, followed by Belzig, has been 3 wide from the outset. Then Lambada Boy, Sonic Sky on the inside rail, followed then by well-back Gold Action around the home turn. Bisca Gago and King Tor into the straight. Bye Buster and Olakai turn in front of Cyatus Amber, who's trying to get away from the inside. Tyrrell Pete and Lord Phoenix on the outside, clear of Belzig, who's coming home well now. Bisca Gago's coming into it down the outside. They're right across the track here, and with about 200 metres to go, Belzig out wide, Bisca Gago, Lambada Boy and Tyrrell Pete down to the inside. It's Bisca Gago and Belzig from Lambada Boy, and now Gold Action coming late. Belzig, Bisca Gago, Gold Action, Belzig, Bisca Gago, Belzig and Bisca Gago with Gold Action. They hit it, and Belzig on the inside. It's been a great performance to score either Gold Action or Bisca Gago for second placing. They were clear of Tyrrell Pete, Lambada Boy and Sonic Sky. Then Ravine. Back behind them is Lord Phoenix, followed by Olakai. Bye Buster's finished well back in company with Cyatus Amber. Very disappointing. And back last of all was King Tor. It's a photo here. Terrific 3-way battle in this 5th event of the day. Belzig looked to have a little advantage, although Gold Action there on the outside.
1 Red Ivory. 1900 starting at the top of the straight down to the judge, a lap of the track. Chiano Prince stands well. They're off now. The 6 of them came away in a very even line. Bride Jade on the extreme outside. Now, what is Larry Cassidy going to do on the Toad favourite? Well, he's staying as he is at the moment, out 4 and 5 wide and about 4th, where quickly Abbey Jazz raced up to join Chiano Prince. A length away 3rd, Private Grays. Jock holding his position, a horse off the fence, and still wide as Bride Jade, followed by Striking Flyer. Kev Moses pushing forward on Striking Flyer to make sure that Larry Cassidy still stays out wide on Bride Jade, but he got in front of Moses there on Bride Jade. Now Striking Flyer, Kev Moses mount to second last, and Joseph last. Chiano Prince leads to the back, a half length on Abbey Jazz. Bride Jade is still a trifle wide in the 3rd position, about 2 lengths off the lead. On its inside is Private Grace, and a little more than a length the Striking Flyer and Joseph. The 6 of them racing in pairs, working down to the 1,000 point, and Chiano Prince the leader. A half to 3/4 of a length on Abbey Jazz. Bride Jade is the only female in the race, a filly, and the others are geldings, and it's been wide from the word go from that outside alley. Bride Jade on its inside, Joseph, a length of the veteran Private Grays, and 3/4 back last is Striking Flyer. 800 to run. More than half the journey's been completed, and Chiano Prince making play out by about 3/4 of a length to a half length. Abbey Jazz. Bride Jade is next, and then Joseph wedged away, followed closely by Private Grays, and Striking Flyer about to be wound up by Moses as they come down to the home corner at the 450, and Chiano Prince is just the leader from Abbey Jazz. Bride Jade a length away 3rd, followed by Joseph, well and truly locked away. Striking Flyer second last, taking a while to hit the bit, and dropping out to the tail of the field now Private Grays as Joseph is second last, straightening up. Bride Jade hits the front. Striking Flyer is starting to warm up on the outside, and then comes Joseph into the clear from Private Grays on the outer. Striking Flyer runs to Bride Jade, heads it off. Private Grays on the outside is going out after Striking Flyer, but Striking Flyer is holding Private Grays. The 2 grey-coloured horses will run 1-2 with Striking Flyer doing by far the better, and wins at a half. Private Grays, Bride Jade 3rd, then Joseph, Abbey Jazz and Chiano Prince tailed off. Striking Flyer, number 4, ridden by
170. Private Grays, Kevin Forrester, placed dividend 4th.
Number 3, Listening's Joy, taken out at 3 o'clock on Vet's advice. Bookmakers, please rule a line. We'll have a betting announcement to follow the running of the race. Ruby Dancer is locked away now. So they're all in, set and off and racing at the 1800 metres now. Starter sent them away okay, and Wisteria Walk first to bounce out ahead of Risky. Carter's Voice into stride quickly is up in the first three early as they settle down, and they're followed by Countess Capri improving on the outside. Back behind them, Save Time, Diamber and Balustrade out wider. Couple of lengths to Alderage on the inside, being followed by Ruby Dancer at about 3 lengths out, Melissa's Girl and Ruth Stream. Heading to the 1300, and Risky took up the running by a length to Countess Capri. Wisteria Walk on the inside, and Balustrade doing some work has moved up now to second. 2 lengths back, fifth came Carter's Voice. A length and a half away, Ruby Dancer trapped out on a limb. Diamber on the inside and Save Time between runners. 2 or 3 lengths back, Alderage, and a gap in the field to Ruth Stream on the inside of Our Melissa's Girl. Passing the 1,000, and the leader is Risky, a half length now, and Balustrade up to second. Countess Capri is third round the outside. Carter's Voice deeper still, and Ruby Dancer right off the track, followed by Wisteria Walk back on the rails. Then Save Time and Diamber pretty bunched up near the lead. 2 lengths to Alderage, 2 lengths then to Our Melissa's Girl, and Ruth Stream has tailed off when they came to the home turn, and they're coming wide and early at the 600 metres. Carter's Voice and Ruby Dancer have gone up deep on the track to join Countess Capri the centre, Balustrade and Risky down on the inside. Save Time working into it just behind them when they corner now. Our Melissa's Girl about to tack onto the pack. They're into the straight now, heading to the 400 metres. Carter's Voice and Countess Capri going to the lead over Risky, Balustrade. Wisteria Walk getting up on the inside. Diamber is next in the field. Our Melissa's Girl has got to the outside. Save Time is running on well at the 200 metres now. Countess Capri has got to the lead. Save Time is coming after it on the outside. It's Countess Capri the leader from Save Time, Diamber and Our Melissa's Girl. Countess Capri and Save Time with Our Melissa's Girl coming at them. Save Time in the middle goes home the best. Save Time. Save Time has got up to win it. Either Our Melissa's Girl or Countess Capri for the minors. Diamber back fourth. Then Carter's Voice, Wisteria Walk, Risky. They were followed further back in the field then by Alderage, Balustrade towards the end. Carter's Voice was in that pack too. Towards the end of the field was Ruby Dancer, and Ruth Stream was a bad last. Save Time, ridden by Ricky Cartwright, has taken out the Scirocco handicap as we await the judge to semaphore numbers. In it goes 5, Save Time, Ricky Cartwright first.
Sweep towards the back of the track and the 1200 marker in their sights. Lin Jan in front narrowly from Unrestrained. Derek back to third from Young and Foolish. Your final forecast got tightened up a little there. Young and Foolish is going forward. Obviously the rider, and I'm referring to Larry Cassidy, was caught out in no man's land, so goes forward on the Bart Cummings train favourite and leads down the back. Young and Foolish a length and a half. Lin Jan ahead to a neck on the outside. Unrestrained. Prince Rautai is travelling fourth. Fifth on his inside, Derek. A length the final forecast. One Trish's Day and ahead to Olympia, and a length further back is Variable as they run along the back of the course and go past the 700 metres, and the leader Young and Foolish a length and 3/4 on Lin Jan. Unrestrained on the outside from Prince Rautai, travelling ungenerously, passed by Derek. Olympia on the inside, and deeper out on the track as final forecast, followed closely by Variable, and Trish's Day is last. Down to the bend at the 400 marker, and Lin Jan got away here, dropping off very quickly Young and Foolish. Oh gee, it spat the bit out and went back very sharply, and is 1,000,000 to 1. Around the corner, Lin Jan about 4 lengths on Prince Rautai, Olympia, followed by final forecast on Derek and Unrestrained. But as they come down to the 100, Lin Jan is galloping very sweetly for Lane Maloney. Second posse is Derek and Prince Rautai third, but Lin Jan gives its rivals a bath. Lin Jan comfortably from Derek and Prince Rautai, followed by final forecast, and then a break to Variable, followed in by Olympia, Unrestrained, Trish's Day, and Young and Foolish. Well, something's obviously amiss with it. Went back so quickly it finished stone motherless last. And
they're moving up nicely for the Spotswood handicap of 1100 metres. Most of the field has been locked away. Kyra Roo's gone up into 7 with Vain Tycoon. Master Nicholas Pugnami is ready. There's only 1 or 2 to move in. Show of Steel in gate 1 on the outside rail with News Force, Lucky Rule. Premier Spy stood in well. Light's been switched on now as our reinsman went in, and we await Tycoon Magic to come forward and also Chasing the Light. These two have the outside barriers 11 and 12. Tycoon Magic to come into 11 is doing that now for Andrew Findlay. And then the last of them will be Chasing the Light. Goes in and the field is ready to go. Kairaroo in blue and white hoops. Off they go in the middle of the line. He jumped well, Kairaroo. Vain Tycoon alongside him was away quickly. Master Nicholas is showing plenty of pace. News Force dropped in behind them in the early part of the race. Lucky Rule went out fast. And also showing some pace too, Tycoon Magic, although it is coming down the middle of the track there. Master Nicholas is the leader going past the 800 metres in the red sleeves and cap. Just outside it there is going forward Premier Spy to be with it. Kairaroo is closer to the middle of the course with Vain Tycoon and Tycoon Magic. Our Rangeman is next, and over on the outside rail there in the field is going towards the front Lucky Rule. News Force is just inside it. Pugnami is next. Cheeky Trent is back towards the end, and Show of Steel is last. Now the race on in earnest inside the 400. Vain Tycoon and Kairaroo. The two favourites have come away now from Tycoon Magic. Master Nicholas has had enough. Then Our Rangeman at the 150 metres now, and Vain Tycoon has got the better of Kairaroo, who had to change course and duck over its heels, but Vain Tycoon is starting to draw away from him, and Vain Tycoon will score very easily over Kairaroo. Tycoon Magic is third, just in front of Our Rangeman, Premier Spy. Then came Lucky Rule, News Force, Pugnami, Chasing the Light, a long break to Master Nicholas, who's finished with the tail enders there, including Cheeky Trent and Show of Steel. Well, he was altogether too good, Vain Tycoon, number 3, ridden by Brad Rubitter. Drew right away from Kairaroo, who wanted to duck about a little bit in the last stages of the race, and Vain Tycoon straight.
Further away is Arturo, racing to the bend as they come down to the 400, and Le Cheval got away 2 lengths Parisian, followed on the outer Kerrysdale, and then Has It All, a length to Sydney Flyer and 2 Agreement, and a length to Alsonic, straightening up, and Le Cheval quietly ridden. Parisian is having a shot at the favourite, and Sydney Flyer likewise. This trio have raced 3 lengths on Kerrysdale. Well, Le Cheval spat out the bit, and quickly Sydney Flyer and Parisian out in the centre of the track have raced away, with Sydney Flyer doing by far the better, and here's a training double for Leanne Aspros. Sydney Flyer wins it well. Second placing to Parisian, Le Cheval third, then Shrewd Judge Cometa, followed home by Has It All, Alsonic, and then Top Knob. Kerrysdale, Arturo, Agreement, and Country Star was last.
Carolanza joins them, and Dichotomy will be the last to move in. He goes, and they're set. Ready to go, 1,800 metres for the last of the day. Gates are back. Over they go at the 1,800 metres, and McGress bounded away nicely from the stall. Strange Addiction, ridden for speed in the early part, finds the front. George on Broadway goes up on the outside. Desert Light improving around them, looks to go to the front now. Golden Scroll on the improve as well. Carolanza dropped in behind them from Durham's Way. Magneto, 2 Red Bastan, Ferdinand. A good way back as McGress settling third to last, going past the 1,400. Dichotomy, and down to zero on the rails is back there with him. Desert Light, the leader, heading along towards the 1,200 metre mark. Desert Light trying to steady down. He's got up on the steel, led by a length to Golden Scroll. In third placing, Strange Addiction, just behind them with a nice trail. Over on the outside, George on Broadway, 1 to Durham's Way outside Carolanza. Magneto tracking 3 wide. 2 lengths to Red Bastan, 3 deep around Ferdinand in the centre, down to zero the rail. And then Dichotomy and McRest as last of all, also travelling 3 wide but with some cover. Coming down the side now, and Strange Addiction had moved up on the outside to join Desert Light. Golden Scroll is third. A length and a half away, George on Broadway around the outside of Durham's Way. Carolanza on the fence from Magneto. Red Bastan staking a claim very wide out, and then Ferdinand, followed by McRest, Dichotomy, and down to zero about 6 lengths last. They're very tightly bunched coming around the home turn now, with about 500 metres left to go. Strange Addiction near the inside, and Golden Scroll turn in front. On the outside, Magneto's coming on with George on Broadway now, and Magneto and George on Broadway go to the lead together here. Carolanza getting through to the inside, coming down the outside, Red Bastan, Ferdinand getting through. It's Magneto the leader, Carolanza coming after it. Ferdinand is running on, McRest is on the extreme outside rail. Ferdinand coming home well. Carolanza's hit the front though. Carolanza from Magneto and Ferdinand. It's Carolanza over near the inside in front, drawing clear there from Magneto, and Caralanza takes the last, a length and a half to Magneto, and Ferdinand ahead away. Then came Durham's Way, Red Bastan. McRest couldn't go on the outside, followed by Strange Addiction. Then followed George on Broadway and Dichotomy together. They were followed further back by Golden Scroll, down to 0, and Desert Light dropped out to last.